children, welcome back to English class. In our previous class, we discussed Unit 2 reading a revision part of that lesson about a C.V. Raman, and also we discussed how to change verbs and adjectives into noun forms. Today we are going to discuss the grammar topic of this Unit 2 reading game, that is articles. Now all of you know in English language, we have three articles: and, the. Now let us discuss at first and, the difference between and when we use and when we use an article. Now see, we use article before the common nouns. We use article before the nouns, beginning with before the nouns, sorry. Before the nouns, beginning with beginning with consonant sounds. This you have to remember very well. Consonant sounds. Before the consonants. Nouns beginning with consonant sounds. And you know very well that we are using article and before the nouns. Sorry. Before the nouns. Beginning with vowel sound. Vowel. And all of you know that in English language we have 26 alphabet letters A to Z. Among them let me write all capital A, E, I, O and U. A, E, I, O, U are vowel sounds. They are like vowels on A, E, I, O, U. And remaining B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z. All these words are called consonant sounds, and they have consonant sounds. And these A, E, I, O, U have vowel sounds. So any nouns before the nouns beginning with consonant sounds, we are using article. Like for example, a ball, a cat, a flower, a girl, a boy, okay, a man, a woman, a man, okay, this is man, okay. Now vowel sounds, an apple, this is very simple. Whenever I ask any example to any child, give me example with article an apple, okay, an egg, find an egg. Yeah, but remember, an umbrella you say UMBRELLA. But you have to remember that don't see the letter before you use articles. You have to observe the sounds. Vowel sounds are the consonant sounds. Are you following me? Now, for example, let's take European. Sorry, let me take European. Now why I have written a European here? A European I have written because European, though it starts with E, but I have written a European. I meant a European. Why? It's beginning with a vowel sound. No, who said? Because you are just seeing E letter, but not seeing the sound. European. European, you are using here Y consonant sound. European. So please use consonant sounds. We should use article Like next one, 1 rupee coin. 1 rupee coin. So what should you use? 1 rupee coin I have written here, not and 1 rupee. Don't see the letters, sounds. And 1 we are pronouncing with W sound. 1 and 1 are homophones because they sound same. They both sound same. So only one sounds with 1, W-O-N, 1. W sound, it's a consonant sound. So we should use a 1 rupee coin, not an. Now let's come here the same way. I'm going to give you examples here. A honest person. He is an honest, H is silent, honest, o, o, o sound. That is, now you know A has 5 sounds. Okay, an honest person, an honest boy, an honest person. Anna, Anna. And here also, a university, a university. A university because it begins with Y-O-U, university. And a uniform, again because it begins with Y-O-U, Y, U. Y is consonant sound. Here, an honest person. And here how many examples I have picked, an honorable, an honorable man, honorable person, an honorable man, honorable man, an honorable man. Got it? And you have in your textbook even somewhere in your lesson, last lesson, Indian, let me tell you that lesson. That is in your chess champion. Find F. If you use FIDE, that man said no, an FIDE member, and F begins with in this way. E sound, vowel sound, and A sound, F, and FID, and FID member. Okay, if you say fa is not a consonant sound, so you should be very careful. If you pronounce yaf, then use an. If you say five, don't use a five member. Okay, so you should know about all this now. We form the nouns beginning with vowel sounds. Okay, and we use an article before the nouns beginning with consonant sounds. We are using a article. You should be very careful with the sounds like a European coin, a 1 rupee coin. And can you give me any examples like this? Okay, you can say a one-eyed person. I have many forms. A one-eyed person. A one-eyed person. See again, one here, one means W consonant. One. Okay, consonant sound. So we should use a. Okay. And then it's a useful animal, a useful animal, not an useful, a you. You again, Y-O-U, you are pronouncing. Okay? This is the difference between article a and an. Got it? Now, I said that a has many sounds, like for example, you see, apple. A, you are pronouncing apple. Right? Now you take example of gate. Here as sound you are using a letter with as sound. Now let's take here gat. We are not saying like a you are beginning. Now here gat no. A sound. Gate. A. Cat. Now see cat. As sound. Okay, then one more you can say garden, just a garden, and here short sound like in sugar, a very short sound, sugar, here it's different again, garden, and now see here, one more sound, cough, how you are saying here, this one, cat, sugar, it's different. Apple, it's different. Gate, it's different. Garden, you're saying like this, garden. Here, call. You're bringing, see your jaws down. Call. See, 5 sounds I taught you now, just now. Like this, we have letter A, vowel letters, have many sounds. Total overall, English alphabet letters are 26 and we have 42 sounds. How many sounds for 26 letters? Not 26 sounds, 46 sounds. Now you see now cell, C-E-L-L, cell, C-A, ka we are using. Same C, sir also we are using like that. Okay? That you have learnt in your primary classes. Just now I am explaining this too. And now let's go with the article the. Okay? When do we use article the? Now let me explain you article the now. THE, article the, I'm going to explain you. Article the we use for unique things. Here don't consider for unique things we are using article the. For example, you don't see the letter or sounds. For unique things don't match with sounds. Just to see whether it's a unique thing. For example, person, unique thing. The Taj Mahal, unique. The Taj Mahal, it's unique, right? They may copy, but there is only one Taj Mahal all over the world. It's unique. So, the Taj Mahal, the Red Fort, like that, the Nehru Park, like that. Only one Nehru Park in that one. That is Nehru Zoological Park. Same, you may different. Same name with a different way, different places. Okay. For unique things you have to remember. For unique things we are using article the. Okay. Now let's go with the next. When do we use article the? For like when you are specifically pointing out. When you point out, specifically point out at any person. Point out person, place or thing. Sorry, person or thing or animal. Okay, thing or animal. We don't use any article. No articles for before the proper nouns. No article. We don't use any article before proper nouns because see for example, Usha is writing a letter. We don't use the Usha is writing a letter or Usha is writing a letter, and Usha is writing a letter, nothing to it. Before the proper nouns, we are not using articles except in some exceptions like the USA, you can say like that. Abbreviation the USA like that, except one or two conditions. We don't use before the proper nouns. We don't use any articles. Okay, now let's go with the next one. When you particularly point out, now bring me a book. If you say, bring me a book, and then you should bring. You could bring any one book, but when I say bring me the book on the table, the book which is on the table, then you are using the book on the table. The book on the table is mine. On the table is mine. Is mine. Which book I am talking? I am particularly mentioning the book. When you specifically point out any book, then you should use article the. Got it? The book, sorry, the book is on the table like this. Okay? And now, next, now when do we use? And one more time, one more. Please go and call the person standing under the tree. A person, please call me a person means any person. There you find. Please call the person standing under the tree. You are specifically saying to call only that person. In such conditions, we are using the article, not a or an. Got it? When you particularly and specifically point out a person, thing or animal, then we are using the article. And next, when do we use articles? Okay? Article the. Okay? We use article the before musical instruments. Before the musical instruments, please use article the. For example, the piano, the piano, the guitar. You cannot say that bring me a piano. Okay, I'm playing a piano, absolutely wrong. You should use the piano, the guitar. Okay, the harmonium. If you go to a shop and you want to buy, show me the guitar, show me the piano. Okay, so before the musical instruments, we should always use article the. That you have to remember. Now then, let's go with before the names of rivers, oceans and mountains and even lakes also. Oceans, rivers and mountains name, we should use always the article. For example, the Ganga, not her Ganga. The Ganga river and the Pacific Ocean or the Mount Everest, not a Mount Everest, the Mount Everest. So before the names Everest, okay, REST, before the names of rivers, all the river names before, and oceans and the mountains, please use only article the. Okay, now let me go. We have many points again when to use and some more points. Now when you mention before a particular public office buildings, then you should use the like that. You have in your text, right? For example, they have mentioned, I think, the national building, the National Science and Cultural Building, the Indian Association, the headquarters of like particularly national, like any buildings names of governments like that before the unique things also, and that, like in your textbook they have mentioned, right? That also, like the headquarters of the headquarters of something they mentioned in your textbook, Indian Association, something they have, Indian Association of Science and Cultural, like that. Okay, that continue like that. And then we use before the names of newspapers, always use only article the. You cannot use a Hindu paper, the Deccan Herald, the Sakshi paper, anything like Andhra Jyoti. Okay, the Deccan Herald, okay, the Hindu, like that. Before the newspaper names, always use this only. Before the names of, for example, before the superlative forms of adjectives, we should use always the article. Shall I erase this one? Unique things. You should know this and you should copy this actually. These are all very important. Before the superlative form of adjectives. Before the superlative form of adjectives, we are using the article, like the biggest, the kindest person. He is the most kindest person. The kindest, not most, the kindest, kinder, kindest. Before all superlative forms, you should use the article. Never ever forget, okay? The cleverest boy in the class. Okay? The most beautiful girl in the class. Like that. The article is important and we must and should use before the superlative form of adjectives. And then oceans, before the names of hotels, also hotels and cinema halls, that also you should use article the. And okay, that's all I think. Then musical instruments, before the directions also, before the directions name also. Okay, before the directions names, you should use the north, the south, not a south or a north. The north, the south, like this, the south, the north, the south, the east, like that. And I think I hope you all are following that what I'm saying. You have in your textbook once you go through this here. Um, Page number. I ask you to open the page number so that it becomes easy for you to now. We have revised when to use a and the. Okay, page number. Please 30 page number. 30 all of you once go through this and let's end this session. And you should come up with your own examples of articles a and the. A is used before singular common nouns in noun phrases beginning with consonant sounds. And is used before singular common nouns in noun phrases or beginning with vowel sounds. The is used before the phrases indicate unique things in situations where sentence itself contains a clue, and then in social situations while identifying the person, the young man, like that, and before the nouns names of musical instruments like the violin, the, like that. Okay, and now let's go with the yeah, now now here let's do this exercise and let's end up this class. Today's class we are going to end. Okay. In 1987, Mr. Swaminathan was awarded dash Raman Magazine Award. Yeah, before the awards, before the any names of the awards, we should use, I forgot, we should use article the Raman Magazine Award, the Nobel Prize, like that. Article the. Okay. We dined yesterday at, I said before hotel names, article the Maurya Sheraton Hotel. Please use article the before hotel names, cinema hall names, before the park names, the park, the National Zoological Park, like that. Okay. Tejashwini lent me an interesting book. It's a vowel sound, in, e. Okay. Then my father is a schoolmaster. Mrs. M.S. Swaminathan worked at the Indian Agricultural Research Institution. I said before, any unique things and like building names, before that we are using this. And Rekha bought a long notebook yesterday. A long notebook. Shravani is eating a mango now. A mango. Ganesh always carries an umbrella with him. An umbrella. This you know. Rambabu is an English teacher in a high school. Manjula and Shruti play the guitar. As you know that before musical instruments we need to use article. That's all for today's revision part. There is articles a and the of English language. Bye for now. Have a nice time.